This is session 8 of the online traffic generation and SEO training. In this session, you're going to learn about how you can use more Web 2.0 properties for more traffic, and also how you can use picture marketing to drive traffic as well. So as we talked about a little bit last time, I'm just going to do a quick recap of Web 2.0 properties for those that are new and joining us. Basically, Web 2.0 sites are social type websites where most of the content is user generated. This means that these kind of websites do not have, teams and teams of people creating all this content. What they are doing is they're actually relying on people like you to create that content for them. So they have found a great way to make money through social media sites or Web 2.0 sites because, sites like YouTube, even sites like any type of site where you can upload content, the key word there is user-generated content. So content that you produce, that would be considered, basically content that people would, that big businesses pay big money for, these kind of companies, because there's always a good base of followers that are adding new, fresh content. Search engines love these sites because of all their content, and these companies love it the best because they can have very few staff members, and all the staff members have to do is really sometimes review some of the content, but other than that, they don't have to worry about too much. So that's why Leverage 2.0 sites are so important. And you can really leverage Web 2.0 websites for more backlinks, exposure, and traffic. And those are all really important. As we've been talking about in all of our lessons here, backlinks are really key for increased search engine rankings. The more backlinks you can get to your website, the more the more higher rankings you can actually achieve, because Google looks at your backlinks as votes for your website. And we've talked about that before, and I just want to keep hitting on that. Exposure is really important because if you do any kind of marketing, the more exposure you can give your business, the better it's going to be. The more places people can find your website, the more chances that somebody has a chance of stumbling across what you have to offer. It's just simple and very basic. If you consider the billboard theory that I talk about often, if you're driving down an interstate and you see one billboard for just this one company, and then maybe there's another company that has 50 billboards along that same interstate, there's 50 times that you're exposed to their message. And so that's why exposure is so important, and that's why it's important to have a well-rounded approach to promoting yourself. You don't want to put all your marketing eggs in one basket. So keep that in mind. Traffic, they're huge for traffic because they increase your exposure and your backlinks. So that's why we're talking so much about Web 2.0 properties here. There are many different Web 2.0 properties that you can leverage for more traffic. You simply add your content to them and link to your website if it allows you to, or you basically link, create the content that gets keyword-rich people interested in what you have to offer. And most Web 2.0 sites offer a profile section where people can say, okay, this person looks interesting. Let's look at their profile as well. So not only can you sometimes promote just directly within the Web 2.0 properties, but you can actually promote by simply, basically adding your content to them and directing them to check out your profile page, which usually has a link to your site. And that link as well will count as a vote in the search engines most of the time, which will increase your rankings again. One key component, and this is the most important element of Web 2.0 properties, is you want to use your core keyword phrase as a title of these properties. So you want to make sure your core keyword phrase that you're trying to rank for, or any keyword phrase you're trying to go for. And so, if you have 15, article topics that you have selected, you could technically do this stuff with this. I'm talking about 4 different Web 2.0 properties here, for example. But overall, there's literally hundreds of these kind of sites, but there's really 6 components that we've talked about. After this is done, we'll have talked about 6 important Web 2.0 properties that you can use with this method. And so what we're going to be talking about is how you can use your core keyword phrases as the title of these properties, because that's really, really important to you. So here's a few that we're going to talk about that I'm going to show you how to use. And you've probably heard me discuss some of these. Last time we did this, we didn't have time. We actually ran out of time to cover these topics. So this time I made sure we put them at the front so we do not miss these sites. The first one is a site called Issue.com, ISSUU.com. And I'm probably going to be one of the first people to talk about Issue.com. It's a very pretty new Web 2.0 property, but it's got some really neat elements. Weebly.com is another one that you've probably heard discussed.
I've talked about it before, but I really want to show you how to set up a Weebly site properly so you guys know how to make this work for you. Blogspot.com, that's basically a blogger.com blog. We have gone into this before, but I want to cover this in a little different light. There's some additional things you can do with Blogger that you may not have realized that I want to make sure we tap into and cover. Zimbio.com is the other one that we will be showing you here. So I'm going to jump right off here, and we're going to go over to Issue.com. So we're going to go over to Issue.com. It's ISSUU.com. ISSUU.com. So here you can take a look at Issue.com. Basically what Issue.com is, it is a website. Notice that it's seen as a high authority by Google. It's got an 8 out of 10 page rank. For those that are wondering, I'm using the Google toolbar to check page rank, so you can just type into Google toolbar and download that if you would like to. But Issue basically lets you publish your own virtual, magazines, your own digital magazines, and you can kind of see how some of these look on here. There's some, pretty interesting ones, but a lot of people are doing this just for like fun and leisure. But you can actually use this to promote your business, so you can tap into these kind of sites. So let me get the screen here so it gets all recorded. But notice here, this is a really important element when you're looking for any Web 2.0 property. You want to look up here and take note that they are using the title of the actual online magazine or whatever it is should be in the title tag, because as we know, title tags help your site rank in the search engines. Well, Issue is seen as an authority website, and so you can actually use Issue, and some Issue documents may come up in the search engines. They might get cached, they might get indexed, and also you have a profile page which could get cached and could get indexed. So one thing you want to do is go ahead to Issue.com, sign up for a free account. And so just put in your basic information, so follow through their steps, just like you see on the screen here. Put in the words that you see below here on your screen, and then you hit agree and continue, and that sets up your account. Now I already have an account here to Issue, so I'm going to go ahead and log in here, and let's go through this process here. Okay, so I'm over here in my account. And what you want to do here is, there's a lot of things you could do. Like I could add a picture under my profile. It gives me my own little URL that I could direct people to. Issue gives you a lot of flexibility because it's also a site where you could actually go here and include, basically you could send people right here and do like high profile proposals and things like that for new clients if you're trying to reach new clients. And so that's another way that you could tap into Issue, just so you keep in mind. You could also do things, take this RSS feed of your actual documents after you've created them all, and you could syndicate them on other sites. There's a lot of little things you can do. Now I want to show you one of the documents that I have uploaded. This is a document. It's basically a PDF of my traffic generation, just a brief little free document that I give away to people related to traffic generation, just as a lead generation tool. And so basically what Issue.com does here is it lets people read it. Do you notice here it's kind of a different reading platform. Now the search engines can't actually read the individual content, but they actually read what they can see is what you see right here. They see this as being a separate URL, which is keyword rich, which is very important because it has your keywords in it. And they see your title tags up here, which is the name of the document. So in your application, when you are uploading your documents, you're going to name them the actual keyword phrase that you're trying to go for. And all I did here was I turned my article into a PDF. So I took my Word document and converted it to a PDF. So in order to do this, you're simply going to go to Upload Document. So simply choose Upload Document, and you need to make sure that it's a PDF. So for those that are unaware of how to convert a Word document to a PDF, I'm going to go through that process and show you how to do that. So we're going to first open up a Microsoft Word here. So we've got open here Microsoft Word. And we can come right over here. Now, one thing I do want to show you here, actually, before I get ahead of myself, we could also, as a preference, for those that don't want to use Microsoft Word, you could also use OpenOffice. Let me show you that site. OpenOffice is a free version of Microsoft Word, and I will say OpenOffice is worth it for the tool that I'm about to show you, because OpenOffice actually has a free PDF converter built in where it's going to actually take your document and turn it into a PDF. So even if you already have Microsoft Word, I would consider downloading OpenOffice. It's free. It takes just a little bit of hard drive space, but it's going to be worth it. So you could also do that. So I might just open up my OpenOffice here for this example because I just want to show you guys how simple this is. And there's two different ways that you can create PDFs from a Word document. It's called OpenOffice Writer, and they have Excel spreadsheets, they have PowerPoint presentations. So all these elements that you might be looking for, as far as, okay, I can't afford $300 for software right now. I'm trying to promote my business and I'm doing it on the cheap. If that's where you stand in your business, then there's free tools for you just like this. And they're still actually great tools even if you already have the other ones. So I personally like OpenOffice Writer. I use it sometimes. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your document, your article that you already have, and you could either open it up in OpenOffice or you could just copy and paste it into an OpenOffice file. So I'm going to take just a short article. This is kind of like a short little promo that I'm doing for a product. So what you're going to do here is copy and paste that content in there. Notice I'm copying and pasting from a notepad file. Remember how I talk about how important this is. So that's really, really important. So I'm going to just modify. This was actually taken from an email swipe file, maybe for a program you guys have seen information on. It's a great concept. And so I'm just doing this as an affiliate thing, and so I want to show you guys how you could apply this to your affiliate marketing strategy. So my keyword here is Easy Sales Formula because that's the program being promoted here. So that's what I'm going to do here. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is plugging in, my links right there, all that good stuff is all into this document. Now maybe I want to make my link actually clickable, so let's just go through here and make the link clickable. And this link doesn't need to be, you don't need to worry about the anchor text of this link. Okay, and then to make a link, you would just highlight that text, hit insert, and then hyperlink, and then put a link right there to it. And then just simply do apply. Oop. So let's see, let's make the text actually. So you're just going to make sure, you could take even email swipe files and do this for affiliate promotions. You could do this for your own articles, whatever it is that you're doing this for. You want to make sure you put a couple links to your site. Okay, so that is functional, so let's just copy and paste it down here as well. And then one other thing you can do, let's just change the font real quick. So this is how you use OpenOffice, and I recommend you download it for this step just because of what I'm about to show you. Because they have a function where in one click you can automatically convert this to a PDF so that you can start uploading your very own PDF document. And one thing too that's always good to do is you want to make sure your links stand out, so you want to make them bold in here. And again, OpenOffice is a free program, so don't worry, it's not something else you need to buy. It is absolutely free. So let's come right over here, and now that we get this all formatted correctly, I've taken my article, now you can actually export directly to a PDF. So all I did was I just clicked on this PDF icon. Let me show you that again. In OpenOffice there's a PDF. It says exports directly as a PDF. So that's what I'm going to do. Just click on that, export, and then I can save this to my computer in a certain area. So I'm just going to say, we're just going to call this the name of the document being what we're promoting. And now you can hit save. Now, one thing that you can do also once you've created this PDF is you can do a lot of things with this PDF, because search engines can read PDFs as well. They just don't read it off this website that I'm showing because they turn it into a Flash format. But you could actually submit this PDF to, possibly bookmarking sites and other things like that as well. So you could actually get that PDF indexed if you wanted to. So what I'm going to do now is go right back over here to Issue, and I want to show you what I just did. You see where that Browse button is? You're just going to highlight that, and let's just browse on our computer for it. So let's just look for computer, and I saved it, let's see, under Documents. And let's just find this document. There it is. And now where it says title, this is really, really important. Put that in there. And then under the description, you could put in, just a brief description of what this is. So just like you're doing a social bookmarking link or something of that nature, that's what you would be doing here. And the web name, this is really important because this is how the URL is going to show up. So the web name, you want to put your keyword in there. Your keywords should be, your keyword phrase with dashes, and that's why I named my file that way, because it automatically will name it that way. So my keyword here, Easy Sales Formula Review. So easy-sales-formula-review would be a good web name to use. And keywords would just be, whatever target keyword you're going for. Easy Sales Formula is my keyword phrase. If you're trying to do this for branding, you put your business name. If you're trying to do this for getting increased ranking, you put in your core keyword phrases, or you put in the keyword phrase you want to rank for in your niche. Whatever it is, that's what you're going to do. So generate traffic for your site. Like, let's say if you wanted to send people to your website, this is another important element of here. Put in your website right there so it will send people to your actual website. Even better would be to send them directly to an article on your site where you talk about that particular product. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my website. You can either send them to your home page in this example. Like here is the article that I have here on my site about this certain product. So I'm just going to plug it in there, paste it right there. And let's just come on down here. And you can select document type, so you could choose article, and it is child safe, and then select your category, so it's going to be business and marketing. Document language would be English. It's all very self-explanatory. Your target audience would be the world, and if you wanted to add media like an audio file, you could add that there. Gives you some additional publishing options. You want to make sure publish is set. So you want to make sure that it's set to get the maximum number exposure for yourself. And then sharing options, you want people to be able to see it and rate it. So what you're going to do next is choose upload file. Okay, once you enter at least 2 tags, so I can put in the name of the product creator if you're promoting somebody else's product, or maybe a CEO of a big company, whatever it is you're trying to do this for. And then it goes through the upload process. It finalizes the upload. It'll take a little bit for the document to get registered. And then it will go into the pending status. So it'll take just a moment for it to get there. And it's just another spot where you can send people to. You can share it with your visitors. Just another little exposure you can do to kind of set yourself apart from other marketers. So it now says all documents have been processed, and you could go to your account and take a quick look at your various documents. So there's that article that I just did. There's the one I already had. So there it is. There's the keyword rich title. There's the good keyword right there, and it's all good to go. And if people want to read it, they can just click there and go through that. And then the link is also provided down here for more info. So there it is. There's a backlink to my site. So that's how you use Issue.com. It's kind of a new site, and it's fun to use. Now let's go right back here to the presentation. And Weebly.com is the next site that we're going to jump over and talk about. So we're just going to go over here to Weebly.com, Weebly.com. Now when you first get to Weebly.com, you're going to be hit with you want to make sure you create a free website. Make sure that's checked. Put in your username, put in your password, and put in your email right there. So you want to do that first on Weebly.com. So username, password, email. Very basic, and that will go ahead and set up your account. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my account here. Okay, so what you have here when you first log in, after you set up your account, you're going to be directed to a spot to start creating a site. So you just want to choose Create a Site from Weebly, and you want to title your new site whatever product name or whatever keyword phrase, whatever branding you're trying to do, put it up here for the title of your site. This is just a resounding theme of everything, is you want to make sure everything goes up here. Then hit Continue. And it will take just a moment to load here. And wouldn't that be my luck if the site slowed down here on Weebly. There we go. Okay, so you're going to load up something that looks like this with Weebly. Basically, Weebly is a very easy to manage website. It's basically it's called What You See Is What You Get editor. It gives you a lot of flexibility as far as how you can create it, and these pages are very well optimized for the search engines when you place your keywords in the correct spots. Now, it gives you a lot of functionality as far as what kind of different design elements you can create. And all these options up here are different designs that you could choose or elect to go with. So we could scroll around till we find one that looks good that we consider wanting to use. And so you can just scroll your mouse over. Notice how all those are changing. Or you can just scroll around till you find one that you think fits with whatever market, with whatever product, with whatever niche you are trying to go into. So that's something to keep in mind. So you can come over here, and you can even browse by categories and look at just business related type themes. You could do that as well. So for this example, let's just use a sharp looking business theme. And Weebly's running a little bit slow right now. It looks like they are having some errors. Okay. So it looks like Weebly's having some issues right now, but it's running a little bit slower than it should. Now one thing here is, up here in the element area, you're going to see options where it says to put in paragraphs with title, or you can put in just your title. It gives you a lot of different options. So for this example, most of the time you just want to create, a paragraph with the title, because your paragraph is going to be where you're going to paste your article in there, where you're going to put in your main article. And you're creating a mini website here, so you could create additional reviews about that product. You could create make additional additions to this product. Whatever the case might be, you can do that here. So where it says title, click here to edit. You're going to just take that, plug in your core keyword phrase up there. And then where it says paragraph, go ahead and take your article, and you could just paste that in there as well. And notice I pasted from a Word document, so you're going to see kind of the formatting issues and why it's best to paste from a TextPad file. But I wanted to show that point to you guys so you guys see what happens. So now you have to go back and edit that. So that's just something to keep in mind, is that be prepared to go back and edit these if you paste directly from a Word document. So here you go. You can just come in here and adjust that content, though. It's just like working in a Word document format. Okay, so we're almost set here with this mini Weebly site. Now, one thing, you want to make sure these are clickable and linked up. So if you want to link up text, just highlight and click right there. Click on that little link icon, and then it gives you options to choose linking to internal pages, to linking to an external website. It just gives you a lot of different options there. So you can choose what you want to do with that. So for this example, we're going to choose create a website. And so we're going to link directly, to your affiliate link as an example. So I'm going to go grab that affiliate link here. Oops. And Weebly sometimes can be a little bit slow, as it is here. It does this more often than you think. It is a free service, so keep that in mind and take that with a grain of salt, but it is very, very important. It's a good element to your online marketing. Really, the main aspect is you want to copy and paste your article in there, and you want to make sure that your link, if you copied it from the Word document, copied over. But you want to just make sure you highlight it and that you select the option for your link. And when you're done doing any kind of editing whatsoever, just click outside of the box, and that will take things to a more normal state. Now, if you want to add in things like Google AdSense to your Weebly page, you could do that by dragging this down here as another, by dragging this down onto your Weebly site, and really anything you drag will start showing up there within this area. And so when you're done with creating your Weebly site, so when you're done, for some reason it did not take my title, so let's go back and type that in. And then just click outside the box, and then you can test the link. And when you're done creating your Weebly site, just go in and hit publish. But you can do a lot of features back here, like add additional pages, like if you want to add additional reviews. You can even add an entire blog to Weebly, which is another thing that once you create a blog, you could start doing RSS feed marketing and taking RSS feeds and distributing those as well. So keep that in mind. So at this point, though, we just need to do this for a very basic page for now, just to get something up quickly. So just hit publish, and then create your subdomain. And it looks like that's not available, so let's choose that one, and that is available. So that's the product name and the review. And the reason I'm promoting this product, it is a fabulous product, and it's put together by my business partners, Jeff Wellman's son. And so if anybody's wondering why I'm creating that, this is why I'm actually behind this product. It's a very, very good product, and Keith is actually joining on a project with Jeff and I coming up as well. So we're now publishing the site. And so it now says your site has been successfully published. Now notice how I use my keyword phrase that I'm trying to rank for in the domain name of the site. That's really important. So whenever you're doing Weebly, make sure that you do that, because that is essential as far as getting some increased ranking. It makes a big, big impact on your overall ranking. So notice here, I've got my main keyword phrase right up here. My title's there. You've got great title tag right here. It's got the header of the article. It's just well laid out for search engine optimization. It's got the keywords in the URL as well. So this is a well-structured Weebly page. You can click here to make sure it takes you to the offer, and it sure does. So it works out perfect. So now now that that's done, just hit close, and then go ahead and just log out of your account. And you can always log back in to check your stats to add more pages and add more content to Weebly. So let's head back to the presentation here, and let's quickly go over Blogspot. I know we've covered Blogspot before. We've done briefly with Weebly, but I just wanted to do a more in-depth way on how to use Weebly. That's why I went back through it again. Blogger.com, if you have a Google account, you also can set up a Blogger account. If you don't have a Google account, just simply choose Create a Blog and go through the steps to create your Google account. Now what you're going to do with Blogger.com is you want to come right over here, and I'm just going to log into one of my accounts here. And you want to create a site related to whatever keyword phrase or whatever offer that you're trying to go for. So for example, just choose Create a Blog and put in your blog title. So the blog title again would be your keyword phrase. And then put in your blog address. and then hit check availability, and that blog address is available. And then put in your word verification right here, and then hit continue. Now once you've set up your blogger, just choose a layout. It's as simple as pointing and clicking your mouse. All these are very easy. You don't need web design skills. You don't need special websites to do any of these things. And this applies for promoting any kind of product. So then let's just choose green because we're kind of dealing with the money topic. So let's hit green there. Hit continue. And your blog has been created, and then choose start blogging. Now what you're going to do after you've selected start blogging is quickly put on your first post, which in this case is going to be your very first article. So let's just put in that keyword since he's the creator of the product. Or actually let's just go review, and then we could do some more posts on him later if we wanted to add some value to it. Now just select, for this example, edit HTML, and then just copy and paste this in here. So copy from that OpenOffice document or your Word document. And the reason I chose edit HTML is just because it makes it a little easier to copy and paste the content, and you don't run into the issues if you do it under the compose option. So that's important to note. Now right here you want to make sure that you have some good links going to whatever offer you have. Now for this particular example, I'm trying to get people to just visit directly the affiliate site because I want this page itself to rank, so I'm getting traffic for this affiliate offer. Now in your example, you would want to create the anchor text link, the clickable text. You want that to include your core keyword phrase in it. So for example, I was happening to link this keyword phrase, Easy Sales Formula. I would want to link it over to my blog, and it's something that I will add to this as well because I've got a blog post about it, and I want that blog post to rank in the search engines also. So any text that you want to make the clickable text, which in most cases if you're trying to do this for not only traffic but increased backlinks, which increase your search engine rankings, to get the most benefit for your backlinks, this should be like your core keyword phrase. So you want to highlight that, make it bold, hit the hyperlink button right there, and then take it to the affiliate offer, which in this case I'm linking to an affiliate product. Otherwise, you could be linking to your own site, to your own page to build your list, whatever the case might happen to be. So then hit OK right there. And then you could actually copy and paste this right down here in place of that. And notice I highlighted the text and hit the B button to make it bold. And now the next thing I want to do here is look for the keyword phrase that I'm trying to rank for. So let's say enjoy the Easy Sales Formula is very powerful. So then I can highlight that and link directly to my particular website. So another feature is if I wanted to get my website ranked for another keyword, so enjoy the Easy Sales Formula is a very powerful method for learning how to make money online. And if make money online is my main keyword phrase, and as an example for an anchor text link, I would highlight that. You don't have to make it bold, and then I could just choose that link and then link right over to my site as well. And then put in your tags. So let's just put in the tags here. And then hit publish post. And then you could choose view your blog. And there it is. There's the blog. There's the links going to your offer. There's everything set up right there. And there's the anchor text link, which will help rank in the search engine. So there it is right there. Now other way after you set up a blogger.com post is you want to come right over here to where it says post Adam. So in this point I'm going to sign out here in my blog. And I'm just going to go Easy Sales Formula .blog. So let's go back to our page here. So there it is. There's our little page. And one thing you could do, you could also add banners to your right side, so you have banners going to your offers, to your website, whatever it is. You could do all sorts of things. In your About Me, you could do links to your site and your profile. There's just a lot of functions and features that you can do. But again, notice your title tags up here, your keywords in the website name, your keywords right here. Keep in mind, all of these elements are great for search engine optimization. You want to optimize every single Web 2.0 property that you use. And one other thing is, my keyword is Easy Sales Formula. Your keyword might be Tulsa, Oklahoma chiropractor. Your keyword might be your business name because you're trying to increase your exposure. It might be your personal name. It might be the name of the latest and greatest TV that you're an affiliate for, that you're trying to promote. That's what the keywords that you're going to be using. So keep that in mind. It's very, very important. Now, one other aspect of Blogger.com that's really neat is they automatically syndicate your content into an RSS feed, which RSS stands for Real Simple Syndication. It's just a simple way to get your content fed out there. So one thing you do is go right on over and click on Post Atom. So choose Post Atom, and notice here right in this RSS feed is my article. And Post Atom is going to open up in a new tab like mine did, or a new window, and you would see up here in the browser, this is your RSS feed. So you would copy that, right click, choose copy, and you want to go over to a website called feedagg.com. So it's feedagg.com. So go right on over to feedagg.com and then select Add Feed. And then where it says Add Feed URL, you want to copy and paste that URL right in there, and then put in Easy Sales Formula. And then do the little verification number that they give you. It's going to be different every time. So put in your keyword there. Wherever I'm using Easy Sales Formula, keep in mind you're substituting for your keyword phrase. Now choose Save Feed. And there it is. Your feed on Feedagg is now listed right here. So now what this does is this Feedagg page itself oftentimes will rank high in the search engines. So here's your Feedagg page, and this is a really important component, is whatever title you have for your blog or blog, that is going to be the title of your Feedagg. So keep that in mind. Whatever title tag you see when you select Post Atom, so again, every single theme is going to be slightly different, but you're going to go to your blog's homepage, scroll to the bottom of it, and choose Post Atom. I don't know why they call it Post Atom, but they do. So Post Atom, you click on it, open it in the new tab, and scroll, and this is what it's going to look like. So the next thing that you want to do is submit it to Feedagg, and again, this is the title that was appearing in the title tag of my RSS feed, which was pulled from the title tag of my blog, the keyword that I'm trying to go for. That's why these Web 2.0 properties are so good to use, because they rank well in the search engines, because they apply good search engine principles. They figure if everyone's creating their content, they may as well get some good rankings with it. So that's why your keyword should also be in these properties, because when you submit the RSS feed page itself, which notice links to my affiliate offer, is also going to be out there and also going to possibly rank in the search engines. So now you've given yourself another exposure, and it took actually literally a few minutes to do. I'm just taking the same content, and you might be screaming, duplicate content, and that's actually not true. The duplicate content penalty is actually a myth. Basically, duplicate content is only for having, and I've said this many times before, but I just want to address it because we have some new people joining us today, and want to make sure that this point is made solid, that duplicate content only applies to having the exact same content on your website. Having unique title tags throughout your website is very, very important. And so that's one thing, you want to make sure you have unique title tags, you want to make sure you have unique article content throughout your website. This means, when I say unique, I'm meaning, only have it appear on your site one time. You don't want to have the same article or the same content appear 5 times on your website, because that will be looked upon poorly by the search engines. The search engines do not automatically blacklist or de-index websites or content that is the same exact content. And the reason that holds true is if you look at any article that CNN.com publishes, any article that multiple news sources have published, any promotions that you've done, like submitting an article, any article that's been submitted, it's picked up more than one time in the search engines. If duplicate content penalty was truly what people think it is, you would see that result only one time. So I'm just saying that because I know at the end here I'm going to get asked that question, will it hurt me? What you want to do is make sure that you have the unique content on your own website. Try to have good solid content on your website. But if you happen to have the same article on your site, it's not going to kill you, but search engines do like good unique content on your own site. But as far as using this content over and over to submit to multiple Web 2.0 properties, to submit to article directories, I say go for it and continue using it, because it's all about exposure when you get to this. It's not about let's take one article, rewrite it 100 times so we can distribute it. You'd be much better off writing 100 different articles on 100 different keywords and distributing those. And that may seem a little extreme, but that's the truth. And that's huge for you. And so that's where that is so important. So again, that's Blogger.com and FeedAct, two sources you can leverage together. Now the next site we're going to talk about here that I brought up in the presentation is Zimbio.com. So Zimbio.com, let's head on over to Zimbio.com. So here is Zimbio.com. What Zimbio is it is basically, it's a site where basically it's like a news site that's kind of a social news site. It's a very powerful Web 2.0 property. Again, look at the page rank of it, 6 of 10. It's got good authority. So there is a registration button here. So you could start out by entering your name and email address. So I'm going to just do that here. And when I'm creating a whole variety of different Web 2.0 properties, or if I'm promoting different sites, I will sometimes use the, if you have a Bluehost account, I will set up a different, email address for each kind of different property I want to set up. And I will use a unique email address because they'll let you have multiple accounts under unique emails typically. And so I create a unique email address so I can set up different accounts that target different products, different services. And you do that by just setting up an email forwarder, and if you have cPanel, just contact your hosting company to ask them how to do that. And you set up an email forwarder to forward to like your main email, so you can quickly check the email and click on the confirmation link. So I'm just creating a random name here. And just plug in these keywords here. And this is a really neat feature. Once you have set up your Zimbio.com account, it's going to ask you to enter the blog URL. And you can enter the web page of your blog or your feed URL. Now, keep in mind what we just did. We just set up an RSS feed, and we just set up a blog with Blogger. So you can come right over here to Blogger.com, copy, and paste it directly into Zimbio right here. And then hit Submit. And notice what just happened here. They put in my exact article from my Blogger site right here. It's fed right in here. It's going to ask me if it looks right. I'll say yes, it does look right. Promote your blog. Yes, promote my blog. And then hit link blog at the bottom. Now if you want to, you could add a Zimbio badge to your site. Or you could just choose continue with registration. I'm just going to choose continue with registration. And then your mugshot, you could choose your own image if you want to for branding. Put in your real name, set up your entire profile if you wanted to. But when you're first setting up your account, you could just choose skip. Okay, and then they give you some tutorials on that as well. Okay, and then now, here we go. You can just choose ping your blog, and it will automatically start pinging your blog. and it will feed in that new content. And now it's going to ask you for an area to place that content. So you want to choose search and then choose a category. Marketing your internet business, that would be a good category for that. And then choose post article. So now the article has been posted. And now the article has been posted, so you can come here to my account and just select articles under your account and click right here to look at the article that automatically was fed in from your blog. Notice how it is also keyword rich. It's also on a targeted category. This is a high authority website. This page again can rank in the search engines. So there you have it. Click here to watch this powerful video. It goes right to my offer. There's now a nice link to my website. They do some things where they kind of mask the affiliate, the URL to your site, but that's not a huge deal there. Now you could also choose like an RSS feed where your article would show up, and you could do more promoting of that RSS feed as well if you wanted to. Now inside here, if you want to, let's say you want to add another article, just go right under here, and maybe you could do ping blog. Like if I were to add a new post, I would choose ping blog and it would bring in my additional articles. I could also choose to submit a new blog, or I could choose write an article where all I'm doing is I simply come in here, I write an article for a new information product, and I take it and I would, could paste it right in there. So I could take the title of my article would be your keyword phrase, copy and paste it in there. I could put in another review of this product, maybe target the product owner's name, maybe try a different variation on this. And so I hope that gives you an idea of how powerful Zimbio.com is, because Zimbio.com pages also will rank well in the search engines. So when you're done using the account, just simply click on log out and you are complete with your Zimbio page. So that's how you combine those 4 Web 2.0 properties together. So notice how wonderful that worked, how smooth that is. You could even use, as an example, if you were to write slightly different content on Weebly, you could actually create the blog on Weebly and add the Weebly blog there. So it gives you a lot of different options and a lot of different flexibility. Now real briefly, we're going to talk about picture sharing websites. Basically, it's another method for getting additional exposure for your main keyword phrases. You want to use your keywords as the title of your image. And you want to include your tags when you make your descriptions. And so you want to use, again, your keywords as the title of your image, and I'll show you on one picture site how to promote it. And then you want to place a link within your description so that you get that benefit of a link going to your site, which increases your traffic. You also want to include your core keyword phrase in the exact description. Now you could use some things, like let's say, Flickr.com, that's the biggest one, one of the bigger ones. Photobucket.com is another one, and then you can go to Google and type in the phrase photo sharing. Now I'm going to show you as an example how to use Flickr.com. So I'm going to just click on Flickr.com here. It's Flickr, Flickr.com. And what you're going to do is choose create your account. Now if you already have actually a Yahoo ID, you simply would sign up and create your account with that Yahoo ID, or you would log in with that. So it makes life much easier for you. Now there we go. When you're new here to the site, you could choose different things, like you could create your buddy icon, which would be like your picture. And you go to skip this step. Now this step, I've already set my Flickr URL, but you would come to a spot where it says for you to set your Flickr URL. So what you would do here is you would actually go through the process of putting in your core keyword phrase. Now I'm doing this for a golf niche. I'm actually going to, just a random product that I decided to use it for some of these examples. This would be a golf product to drive traffic to a golf site. So I'm using the keyword golf swing training as my Flickr URL, because what that does is the search engines pick that up and they would potentially index that page. So put in your core keyword phrase as your custom Flickr URL, just like you do a Squidoo or any of those. Personalize your profile. That's kind of a pen name I was just using just as a test. And then describe yourself. You can talk about who you are, why you're important, why you do what you do, whatever it is there. And then go through that process. And now you're ready to rock now that you've set it up. So you can go here to upload images. So you can choose photos or images from your computer. So I'm just going to go to My Pictures. And I'm going to select, let's see, a random picture. Let's say related to golf. I already did another golf image. Let's see here. So I'm just browsing on my computer for some random images. Okay, so I found an image I'm going to use. Let's see here if this one will work. And it looks good, so I'm just going to grab it. And then right here where it says set privacy, you want to make sure it's set as public. And you could actually add more images if you wanted to by choosing add more, so you could upload more at one time. So notice how it would let you do that. And then choose upload photos and video, so it should take just a moment. Now it says finish next, add a description. Make sure you choose that option. So this is just like an ebook cover that I chose, but the title of the image, make sure it's your keyword. So I'm going to use golf swing secrets. Let's see, let's go perfect golf swing secrets. And then for description, just like you're doing like a YouTube video, start off with your URL. Learn more perfect golf swing secrets with this great guide. And then put in for the tags your keyword phrase. And the search engines will also look up this keyword phrase typically in your tag, so they will see it there. And then just hit save. So now notice here when you go to that photo, you'll see right here, here's the link. Notice right here in the keyword, the title tag has my core keyword phrase, perfect golf swing secrets. There's the image for the book. There's a little description with the link directly over to the particular website. So there it is. It linked right over there, and there you have it. So that's how you use picture marketing to promote your business. Photo bucket, go along the same lines, title your image your core keyword phrase, just like with the other photo sharing website. So just go to Google and type in photo sharing to find